Welcome back to Kracken Unlimited. We're up to round 72. Let's see what's going on. Continuing our Crisis of Passion. Gaining a few cards here. Corporate Scientist could be interesting. We don't really need that position at the moment. Barbosa attacked Artemis. Okay, so Artemis lost 4 ships in that. That's not great. Last time we were able to finally push the bloody squigglers away from our cap, which was amazing. And then immediately we had a landing. And I also see another alien just pop back over here. We may make a swing at those. But we had a landing here. Of course, you know, the turn we were going to finally start getting our danger down. They landed. We are maneuvering our tank into position here. And I assume you're not going to have the juice to attack. Yeah. Not yet. We are in range of command, so we'll be as good as we can get on that one. We are holding the line here okay. We are very, very close to being able to bring up another group. I think I'm just going to do it. Because if I don't, then we're probably going to have losses or whatever. This is just going to be another infantry machine gun group. And they're going to take over where I think it's the 2nd Light Infantry are. Meaning the 2nd Light Infantry can actually go do some offensive roles. Having the machine guns also are just infinitely better defenders. So we would like these to be... Yeah, Krakens 3. Xeno Zipper 2s. Raise it. Yep. And that will get us another unit. That color is definitely too close. And I get the 4th. Change your color... you're kind of a defendy unit. Like a dark orange, maybe? Okay, that's at least somewhat better. One thing I need to do is I need to make sure we're color coding things that are relatively easy to see apart. So, well, you got this like light blue, we got this purple, we got this green, and now we have an orange. In the south, it looks like it's relatively calm. Yeah, not much to do on the front, afraid. CEO asked you to participate. We could stress the need for more research. We could stress the need for efficiency. As much as I would love to get that, I think I will take this for the commerce points. Did I finish? Hold on. Did I finish that demand? No. Commerce profile reaches 56. All right, let's chase that a little bit. So we'll go for efficiency here. Demand that the number of leaders goes up to 16. So he wants us to have 2 more leaders. Okay, I can do that. That's not that big of a problem. Okay, other things we could do. So we have a senior, a merc, a junior, civilian, military. All right, let's... I really want to get this corporate tech. I don't need to have these people recruited this turn. Let's just nab this quick. The corporation finishes research on a tech and shares it with you. Apparently there's no role here, so go.
Aye, sir.
Gas-powered small arms. Okay, not the best, but you know what? It gets it off my list, I suppose. Womp womp a little bit there. All right, that spent our political points, so not much to do there. We are rebuilding our barracks. I built it, and then in one of the events it got destroyed. I didn't catch which one. So again, womp womp. And yeah, that's a quick turn. If nothing else, I'm able to push these turns relatively quickly, seeing as we're already at 72. I guess that means I'm getting about 10 turns an episode. So about 6 minutes per turn. That's all right. Probably a little bit quicker than when I stream because we're not stopping to have discussions and whatnot. And I'm able to stay relatively focused. I've also been recording these in batches. So the feedback has been super duper helpful so far on the series. But it takes me a few episodes to get the feedback and then record again. So if you are leaving feedback, I am hearing you. It's just, you know, we have got a little bit of a delay between when I get it and when I can implement it. No losses, good. And boy, their percentage of vote went way down. Continuing passion, we don't love that. Efficiency goals. Yes. Okay. High-speed machine guns. Excellent. Artemis started an auction. Man, why did they decide to start auctioning when I have no money? Speaking of, CEO asked for a subsidy. I'm going to say yes because I want to complete that demand. And now we have a 100% relationship with the CEO. Okay, no changes to Supreme Council. No changes to military research. Minimum bid is 1,600. Who won the last one? No, nobody bid on it. I had 4 and they had 1. Yeah, that's rather rich for our blood, buddy. Especially considering your dividends have been really weak lately. Like, really weak lately. Yeah, you can see their battle history here too, so very interesting. Yeah, they've lost a lot of tonnage. I don't think we can make that happen this turn, so sad. If we went to trade, oops, I would need like 800 credits so I'd have some operating cash. Sell some metal for 300. We could sell some rares for 300. We wouldn't even get there. Nope.
Aye, aye, sir.
Sorry. All right, Cliff Ibram. Yeah, we said he was going to be a fine commander. Sure.
Affirmative.
You can do it, buddy. Especially these defensive units, they're kind of the best place to put your mediocre people. They have the advantage of being able to entrench, and that makes up for some of their other lackluster things. Okay, now we do need to get 2 more leaders. I think I am going to grab a senior. Somebody pointed out last season, seniors make really good advisors, so we also should probably look in on my advisor. I hope I assigned him. I know we had to take him off the governor because they didn't get along.
Order acknowledged.
We'll see about that. And then 14 points left. Let's grab... Oh, we had a fish. Oh, I didn't notice we got efficiency drives. Oh, rip me. Maybe we could have done that. Okay, is what it is. Let's get a military.
Order acknowledged.
All right, there we go. That should meet both of those demands. Over here, how's the tank feeling? The tank is feeling pretty spicy, actually. 110 AP and 100 readiness. The other people around are also feeling it. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a sacrifice on this guy for some recon. Sorry, buddy. They're in defense formation. They're not ready to attack. Yeah, ouch. But we filled up our reconnaissance. That's what the important bit was. All right, now, if we do an all-out attack with members of this group, 11-1. Drive them into the sea, boys. Okay. They are able to get a couple kills, interestingly enough.
All clear, sir.
But not good enough. And they take out a tank, and of course it's the tank that has the political aid truck, because of course it is. I would be disappointed if it wasn't. All right, all right. Still totally worth it. Gosh. Of course. Okay, so we did lose a tank because of course we did. Light armor. 1, please. We did lose some infantry between our probe attack and that. Produce as many as you can. We don't have any reinforcement people. Tank, wiggle towards the road. You know what? I'm going to leave him here to guard because we have this alien off the shore. Yeah, just is what it is on that. Okay. 0.5 turns left on the barracks. We've used our PP. Alien flanking me. I'm going to pull back and try to keep him from cutting me off. I wish he would land like right here so I could move down. Is what it is, I guess, again on that. When we get this next model of infantry, I'm hoping that it's going to push the tide over here. We also do have artillery, which at some point we will pull in. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, we don't have any orders of battle that have artillery. So we would be looking at getting some independent And we would want something like this, independent motorized. So that would be 1,000 troops. We definitely need to tow them. Moving these around without that would be absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. All right, let's go. I feel like I'm missing something, but I think it's just because I'm used to having more political points. Looks like there's nobody that owns a lot of this territory. We do have that one port card, but if we're going to start a city over there, we're going to need at least a group or two to go with them, and I got no spares, so this is going to be rather painful. At some point, if we've ever managed to tame this continent, it might be worth it to have like some motorized infantry that can respond to naval invasions. If it calms down enough that I'm not getting constantly swarmed. We'll probably need at least one MG group that hangs around each city and one rapid response, and we need to make sure that nobody is at a dead end in a road if the road's not fully secured. We have a really bad starting spot for our city. Yeah, we did meet their goal. Zoo project. People I don't care about. Yeah. The problem here is if they cut off this beginning road, it cuts off everything. I would have much preferred if we had started like in the middle, and then we could have multiple tentacles basically going out. And there's that darn alien. You know what? Maybe you could hold that and not let him on land. Okay, tank. We're gonna try again to go help the south and get that cleared out. We have 500. I think we need some reinforcements. Not that many though. Just enough. All right, everyone should be restocked after this. Militia learns from experience. I'm not paying them, so sure. Budget priorities, no changes. Demand the enforcement profile reaches 56. Simba, you should not have founded your own. You should not have founded your own thing here. So, no, we're not looking for that. Economy Council tasks, none.
Aye, aye, sir.
They want to buy some IP. I'm very happy to sell some IP. Yes, please. They want 746 for 500. Okay, a lot, but they're paying more than 1 credit per IP, which is great. It'll make my people happy. Yes. One thing I will note, when you're playing Oceania, if you don't go with a profile that can take commerce, you're going to be in a lot of trouble because there's a lot of events that you basically need to accept, and it's going to push your commerce much, much higher. One thing I think that could be balanced better, I wish there was more of a parity in events for all of the different ones. So it was, you had equal opportunity to try to get something up or counteract something that I have to take commerce when I don't want it, but I get an equal amount of enforcement events or something. At the moment, it's better than it used to be. Meritocracy used to be nigh impossible. It's a little bit better there, but I tend to lean towards certain things, although it also is going to depend on your playstyle, right? Like if you're really militaristic, you're going to get a lot of fist, whether you like it or not. So I guess that kind of sort of has a balance. Okay, we are definitely efficiency driving. She's happy, and she's the one that's playing it. Difficulty is 100. She has 105 bonus to her admin role. You are like really hitting above your weight. You know what? We need to rename you. Tosia Permawaste, you've earned a better name. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, look at that. Critical success, 1,900 credits. I wish we were having that auction this turn. She has definitely earned herself a better name. None. Give me directors. Rename. You are gonna be Gil. There's a reference for you. Gil Cash Money. Gil Cash Money, our director of interior. Imagine you had to go to HR and you had to sit at Gil's desk. she'd probably just hand you a wad of cash and say, stop being stupid. Okay, now orange is rolling out. Even though we do need some more reinforcements, I'm not going to wait for those. Okay, these are going to filter into the line here, and then we'll have the second light either make an attack, or more likely the second will probably rotate down here. To that end, let's do some unit reorganizing. So these buggies, let's change them, change HQ back to SHQ, and then we have to do it again. And we're going to take them to the 3rd MG. That's going to be the blue guys up here. Go there. We will keep this one with this group, and then the tank is going to join them. So unit, change, back to SHQ, go back into the menu. People were making fun of me because I kept forgetting how to do this. And we want these on the second light. Okay, so we'll have a recon element, we'll have a armor element, and we'll have some light infantry. So pretty good early game composition, I feel, generically speaking. They're also, we might be able to move this guy out of here. He would probably join that new MG unit. Speaking of which, don't we have some stances also that we could play? I think we got some HQ ones. No, Blitzkrieg and training, so no, not the moment. All right, that's fine, TM. Okay, we finished the barracks. I was talking about this before. Let's up the barracks again. It'll help me with the danger stuff that we're trying to get rid of, and security is actually what we're lowest on, so this will raise our civ level even more. Okay, well, I'm gonna read this. Pop decreases by 600 for the monster. Yeah, we didn't kill him and we lost some people when we hunted him. Pop increased by 700 because workers are leaving public employment. Pop decreased by 800 because workers moved from population into workers. Luxury private economy attracted 100 extra free folk. So that's 100 net growth. We recruited 500. We grew by 300 naturally, so that's 400 growth and 100 free folk migration. So we are at net neutral with the amount of recruits we're taking out of here. That's not stellar. I wish we were growing, but we don't have any free folk in our territory, so we're having to like grab them from like over here. So that's a bit of a problem. Now, another thing that can happen, we didn't see it there. The private economy will buy free folk from traders. I don't know if they're like giving them money to get started or if they're freeing slaves or something, but you can see that sometimes if you look at what the private economy is spending their money on. Buying food, buying luxuries, buying assets, buying free folk. Yeah, there it is. They're not doing that currently. 38 for service and 122 for the income tax, and they are paying some debt repayment. Debt repayment. What did you guys buy? I guess you had a little debt. All right, there's no reason to let them have that debt if I could fix it, with a card. Because the more credits I pump into my economy, unless they are buying things from the trader, it's credits in my economy. So it is a net gain. The more we can kind of prime the pump. And in fact, here we go. Nice, cheap. I think we're getting investor backing because we have a happy faction who has commerce. I think this is both of these are coming from there, and I think Zoo comes from democracy. I wish these were labeled a little clearer where you specifically were getting them from, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct on those. Although, as always, I could be wrong. Correct me if I am. All right, let's give them a little bit of credits. Yeah, 1,200 credits. Pay off that debt, and then they can get working on building me something else. Have you guys done Industry 3 by chance? Just out of curiosity. No, they're Light Industry 1 and Private Harbor 1. Both of those, I wish they would do because it would generate them more money. Yeah, I really wish they would do those. All right, is what it is. How are we doing ammo? Oof, we spent 1,000 ammo essentially on that assault we did over here. We are not getting the ammo that I want. And it's because we're not employing who we need. Okay, it will get better. It will get better. We just need to keep things away from the capital. I almost need a second MG unit so we can literally just surround this 2 out so nothing can get in range of the capital. This is such a bad starting position. I really wish, even if we were like over here, at least we'd only have one coastline instead of a peninsula to defend. I wonder how much of a bias there is to starting on the coast when you pick Oceania versus the same planet without Oceania versus not having Oceania. Be very interested in that. God, when I get planes, man, we're gonna go fishing. We're gonna go fishing. Quality of life, we did meet that goal. Yes, okay. Well, if nothing else, at least our bureaucracy focus in the early game has very much paid off on our tech. We have all the basics that I need for economy, which are the 4 quality of life buildings and housing, essentially. And they started an auction. And not involving us. Okay, we can actually probably win this because with efficiency drive, we're making money. Wants to execute in a relative. That's Ibrahim. If I say yes, it's just people being happy. Probably not as relative, but you know. We could say no. It wouldn't piss off these people, and it would click us over to higher mind. What could we gain? I'm pretty sure we have logical thought, so we would gain universal truth. Cultural adjustment bonus, stratagem siege, unit feat, roboteer. Let's actually, hold on, let's actually look at that. Is that worth my attempt? Yeah, so that would get us up to here. Cultural adjustment only matters if we conquer something. Someday that will matter. Siege, artillery plus 100, infantry plus 50, but minus 30 action points and minus 50% overall on defense. That's a pretty specialized card. That's a pretty specialized card. But if we had the Siege Corps, that would be the card for them. Scientific religion, research and mobile ops, action points plus 30%, and mechanized forces attack plus 30. Oh man. Oh man, that's like better than Blitz, I think. Okay, maybe that is worth it. Maybe that is worth it. The thing is, this would make some of the people that are hard to make happy a little happier. I think I'm gonna soak that. Those guys are my crankers. Let's see if we can throw them a bone. Fine, you can have 1 execution. Soldier morale reaches 66. I'll accept that. Recruiting population, no. Get out, no. Okay, now here I will do this. I'm gonna lowball it because, well, actually, let's check. Did anyone buy their last one? No, nobody's been buying these. Nobody can afford it. Let's lowball this. No, watch, they're gonna outbid me here.
Aye, aye, sir.
I do want to keep those going so that we do get the dividend. Okay, happy times. Yeah, let's continue moving you. So you guys... Who's in here? A purple. Okay. So you're going to go into there. You're going to go there. Okay, just start getting them into position. I'm going to need some more recon vehicles. I need like another one for here. Maybe we give Blue a second recon vehicle. And it sucks, but I'm just gonna have to defend all these spots over here. Yeah. All right, and you can continue down. I'm very concerned that there's something in here. There's that alien. All right, let's find out. Yeah, there was. Okay. All right, that's fine. We pulled out. Wasn't a problem. What is a problem is I left a hole here. There we go. Okay, the tank will make pretty good work of that, even in the woods. Do we have any info? Oh yeah. Yeah. That's unfortunate we had to go to war. We could have been probably not friends, but we might not have been enemies. All right, we have 600. Let's see if we can maybe continue our road project a little bit. Okay, just one for the 480. Pretty pricey, but I do want this to come down. We're maxed out on food, water, and oil. Okay, oil's one I can affect. Asset, oil, and let's drop that to 25%. I don't want to be selling off my oil, even if it is a big deposit. How are we doing on metal? 18,600 left. Okay. I don't dare motherload it. As much as I want to, we also learned last season, going down to availability 1 or 2 is really painful. You get metal so slowly. It's better to do motherload early rather than later though. But later means my econ guy will be better and he'll have a chance to actually make the roll. So there's a lot of balance to be made on when to do that. Okay, Maritime Trade House. We could demand an auction. I have some spare cash right now. Maybe we do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's demand Artemis has an auction. Change of heart. Maritime Trade sees you in a sudden new beautiful light. Interesting. We can ask for another recon. We can ask for information. I think let's just hold off on that. Let's just get that done. Gifts. Okay, if we were gonna do a gift, do we have anyone super cranky? No, we're okay. Old Willie Cunningham song is a little cranky, but not bad. No buffs or anything. Okay, zone. We just gave them some credits. Yeah, I think we're just gonna save here. We're gonna go for another efficiency drive. Okay. And go. I hope we win that auction. And if we don't, by demanding a second one right away, hopefully whoever beat us won't have recouped their money. Yeah, I need some more recon from them too. Okay, they shuffle. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I see you. I wonder if we get danger for him being in the ocean. Time of efficiency. We got an efficiency drive, a cabinet, and a war game. Beautiful hand. Our bid was the highest. We won. We own 5 shares. And then we had 3 more of our ships got sunk. No wonder they're having to sell these shares like this. Okay, this is not currently counting against me at least. So maybe as long as I can keep them in the sea, we'll be okay. He says hopefully. Okay, over here. I'm gonna have you move up. All right, orange goes in here. Orange goes in there. Orange. Orange. That's the easier spot for them to attack, so we'll go in there. Okay, we're gonna give them a turn or two to entrench before we pull. I'm gonna call them purple or pink, whatever you want to call them, out. Okay, down here. All right. Oh, and they retreated out. Smart move on their part, actually. I will take that. We have 351 IP. Can I get a sealed road out? No. 510. Down a mountain, across a river. Not through the woods, though. Random bike. Okay. I don't love the idea of him flanking me. Okay, I am feeling better about moving this guy, though. Let's see if this is occupied. It isn't. I'm almost tempted to try to get another orange, but maybe he can just be our outlier. We're up to 1,000. Do we need any replenishments? No, we're actually good. Okay, what do we got? Demand that bureaucratic assets reach 6. I would love to do that, and we can upgrade our bureaucratic office. It's, can we employ it? Can we employ it? The private economy is only paying 4 credits. We are paying 7. I would lower that, but our worker morale is so bloody low. Okay, increase due to high quality of life, increase for food, 2 happiness based on pay, so that's +5, -1 for danger, -9 for fear. Yeah, we just need to let that wear off. Maybe we can actually lower their pay a little bit. It's not a huge deal, though. I've thought about this a lot more. Because we pay them and then we give them an income tax, we actually end up recouping a lot of that money. So again, as long as they're not sending the money out on merchants, the money is just in our economy. I don't know if we can do this. This requires us to have so many workers. I'm gonna say no to that. I just don't think we can. Okay, here. Now, somebody I do think earns a little bit more money. Let's go up 1 on soldier pay. We did promise we'd try to raise their morale, and I don't want morale problems. No changes here. Anti-war quarrels. I would like the mind, please. For us, that's only people being happy. A training opportunity. Again, I'll take the mind.
Yes, sir.
Getting that next feat would be really nice. Yep, barracks is done. We have a few points. I think it's going to be time for an efficiency drive. What? Critical success. 3,120 credits. I still think that this is one of the best cards in the game. You'd be hard pressed to argue me down from that position. That is so ridiculously good. That is so ridiculously good. Okay, still losing a little bit of oil, but everything else is okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I don't think we came in here and went to our military research. All discipline focus. We want you to, yeah, it's on basic. I'm pretty sure we're done with basic techs. I guess there's technically propeller engine, but I'm not in a hurry for that. So let's take him off of that. So no discovery focus. Get our full research bonus back. And you know what? I guess actually while we're there too, can I tell you to research something? What are you working on? We have no research target currently. You know what? Let's research and let's get the high-speed machine guns. And for the econ, we have no research. I think that's fine for them though. Tech-wise, physical storage. I wouldn't hate getting that. That would increase our food. I'm a little leery about how low our food stockpile is. Because I won't know I have a problem until it's going to be a major problem. Also, housing. Yeah. Yeah. Call. Research. Let's get the housing first. Because that's immediately useful to me. I may actually build some civilian housing, which is something I normally don't do. I just want every civilian possible. Our pop is making me very nervous. All right, let's take the turn. Big gulp of tea. I don't like that Barba C is creeping all around me. I want another benefit to being very liked by your maritime trade house. If they have a disposition against piracy, they won't land troops like this that we've been getting. So that would be another bonus for us. Yeah, you guys should be scared. Okay, I was worried about that. Killed 100, lost 300. More public efficiency. We did manage to get the morale we promised. The Kracken Elite 4. Another makeshift port and an efficiency drive. Omega attacked Dynus. Not my problem. Okay, decisions first. They want my BP to reach... I can't do it, man.
Understood.
We just don't have the people to employ for that. Okay, we're not ready to do this until the tech finishes, so let's just chill. They want population. They want to buy 12,000 population.
Yes,
no, get bent. Get absolutely bent. That's like game-ending amounts of population. My goodness. Okay, the 12th has started to dig in. I'm going to wait for full entrenchment. I'm not in that big of a hurry. Okay, what I am in a bit of a hurry on... Oh, it's a neutral tank. That's what attacked us so badly. All right, zip over there and let's see if we can deal with that. And you pull back. I wanted them not to be able to retreat here, but that tank's going to kill us. Probably is going to kill this. Still working on the barracks. Not much I can do about... How come I can demand an auction and not get an auction? Did I fail that roll and didn't notice? Yeah, I don't have a choice here. Okay. Ooh. All right, well, what do we want? A manager. I mean, this could be a new governor. That could be a new governor. I don't see a need to play it this second, though. We're fine. War games or cabinet retreats? Let's get some war games for our new guy. Oh, and you're not the happiest you could be. Okay, no. Instead, leaders, propaganda assistant is an extra 10 charisma, and we will target Gil, cash money.
Wilco.
Okay, that did not raise their happiness, unfortunately. That's okay, though. We also have some covert ops. War game. We still have a bonus of 101 now.
Order acknowledged.
Critical success. Effect double. 240 experience. I should go see if they've actually been able to digest the experience I've been sending them. So you. 246 experience. Yeah, if you look at this, so every round they make one or two maybe rolls. So she's been improving mobile tactics, demolition, tank tactics, failed to get defensive works. Yeah. And this is little piddly amounts of experience, as you can see here. 19, 666. It depends on the levels. 202 experience for infantry tactics plus 16. Beautiful. Beautiful. She's actually got some stats here. This is a cap too. I mean, that's really showing the benefits of having somebody like that. Just a pretty good loner, good war score in general. You're in charge. This is Hannah Quintus, who's in charge of the second light. A pretty important commander for us, actually. I feel like we need to get the second. Do I not have a nickname for you guys? I don't. Okay, we're gonna need a nickname for the second also. One thing I do enjoy more on stream is having people make suggestions for things like that. It's not as fun when it's not real time. I have a couple interesting names, but I want to save them for more impactful units than a light infantry unit. That does also, now saying that out loud, kind of makes me want to get the staff council rolling. I could use some postures, and I would like to start researching. I would really like to start researching some better order of battles. I think for the planet we're on, I'm going to try to take our MG squad and add bazookas to it. It's going to be very hard for me to move around anti-tank guns, but we could definitely put some bazookas in every squad. We're entering the time of efficiency. The effect is higher industrial assets. There's the high-speed machine gun. Extra defense isn't terrible. Demand our population happiness reaches 81. I'm going to accept that now that we've got the danger clearing. I'm also going to take, I think, that staff council. As painful as that's going to be. All right, let's get the rad filters too while we're here. A minor work strike? Well, I'm in the money now.
Yes, sir.
We'll just pay them off. Get out of here. Our synergy between commerce and democracy only works when we actually have money. So, you know, there is that. All right, let's... Yeah, all this I think is actually unowned, weirdly enough. Okay, that's a maritime trade house. Usa Sea, and I can't send into that, so that's kind of moot. Okay, let's get a little bit of expansion of map out of those. A nation. I think we just efficiency drive, honestly.
Order acknowledged.
Yep, we'll just take that. Okay, over here we are able to cross the river now. Unfortunately, we're kind of at the end of our supplies here. Let's extend the dirt road such that it is. And I'm actually gonna trade. Dang it. Dang it. Okay, I was gonna say trade. I want the better unit that can defend that. I'm a little leery about what's gonna happen down here. You are basically done, friend. So let's scrap you. Yeah. So we scrapped them. We got some stuff back. And they returned to local free folk. So we should be able to absorb them back. They're just going to die with 100 troops. There's no point in keeping that there. We're not that desperate yet. Still working on the barracks. We spent ours. All right, let's go. Yeah, we're going to have some problems down south with the number of units we have. We're going to need those infantry units. I wonder if it's going to be faster to go through the mountain, actually. It is a very long way around. It very well might be. Of course it snows the turn I start talking about moving through the mountain, because of course it does. Okay, efficiency. We did meet our happiness goals. Okay, now let's start rolling out. All right, first, can I do this? I think yes is the answer. The buggy is a big no. You can definitely drive. We'll race. We'll have a race. We'll have that one unit who was the closest. Maybe it made sense for them. I don't think it makes sense for these. Okay, so we should just see orange over here now. That is the case. We have double here because this is the weakest spot in the line because it's open terrain, not jungle or anything. One up in the mountains, a nice, not a very good unit, but a very hardy unit, and they are dug in as deep as they can go. This guy is pinning all of these units, so I can't move them. Orange could use a recon buggy or two. I think I'm gonna save up though. I just need more things on the field as we spread out. We have a recon down here. Okay, you... I guess it's telling me I can get some supply there. We're like right at the edge of what we can do. The road goes here. Yeah, we need to capture this. Okay, we are sitting on a lot of IP. Let's go ahead and sealed road. Yeah, let's just make a big... Do it. Do it. All right. Hopefully that'll help the situation some more. As I mentioned before, we're looking at founding a city somewhere in here. If we had to connect this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So somewhere in here, that wouldn't be too much admin strain. I've learned, I think, another lesson from last season. I like the defensiveness of building in like a mountain, but God, does it hurt when you have to bring a railroad in there. So unless I am building a fortress city, I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. Not as my default option, at least. So like, what about right here? If this was our town, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, close enough. I don't know about getting this oil though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would suck some, but it's not the worst either. Maybe we could get a dirt road through here at some point. I'm not hurting for oil. I'm just thinking ahead. If I wanted to sit on top of the derelict, that's probably too far if I find resources over here. This is a better location for controlling the pass. And then if I had a city, this is looking like the spot, in all honesty. That would be a little more defensive because it would be on the other side of the river, though. We had to fall back and defend along this line. Not ideal, obviously. If that would be better, so we could defend here. But then again, on this side, we have this river, so... You know, it's going to be either or. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about this area. And then we'd have another town. Looks like there's somebody actually down here. So we'd probably just conquer them. And they'd be in charge of this bit. Yeah, okay. I could be argued that maybe I should go a little bit further. Like if we were here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot less painful. Maybe here's the spot. I don't know. What are the odds that we're going to get something on the coast here? And like I said, this makes sense to me for keeping supply on people that are guarding this pass, if that becomes relevant. Okay, yeah. I am going to need to drop what I would call a gas station here at some point. We are going to hit the end of the logistics road. We're good so far, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I want to say this is 15 or 20 is our maximum, so we're not at max, but as you can see, we're dropping off here. Okay, used. Let's take our points. CEO asks us to participate. Well, let's try to push that mind up a little bit, give us some buffer. A new director for staff council. Okay, so we have a cap 5 or a cap 3. Well, tell me more, Astro. Shallow Dawn. That's a face that says business to me. He's 51. This is probably the senior we pulled in. 51 is better than the... Nope, maybe this is the senior we pulled in. He's also a member of a faction I don't hate, but I don't like either. You don't like meritocracy, but otherwise you're pretty flexible. This guy is strong. This guy is really strong. He could go into anything and excel. He's old but not ancient. He looks like he was some sort of military person. He was a soldier. He specialized in high command. That is an incredibly high command. Just out of curiosity... who is our supreme? Yeah, he's only got 77. He's only got 77. Now, he is somebody who doesn't cause me any problems. Having that high command, though, is super good. You can see what he's been doing. High command, covert ops, and admin. All of which I think this new guy would do better. So 70, 77, and 74. So we don't have any total here, but it won't take him long. He has good leadership. He has some diplomacy, and he has more high command. That high command role is really important because that is what adds to our readiness when we're getting it back. So we look here. What's the easiest way to see this? HQ. Well, it adds into our fight. I guess it's not the readiness here, but our fight. I think he's wasted in the staff council. I definitely think that's the case. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe we do a little shuffle here. We take our Supreme Command Council guy out, and we move him over to Staff Council. Let me actually... I mention this all the time whenever we play, but there's a guide on Steam. Grognard's Guide to Human Resources is incredible. Okay, Supreme Council uses 2 intelligence, 3 war, and 3 charisma. So he would be good at all that. Admin, covert ops, high command, and diplomacy. And I don't think he'll need to do the covert ops once we actually get the covert ops or the Secret Service. I'm pretty sure they take over. Yeah, they take over making better spies. And if we look at the Staff Council, the Staff Council needs high command, high command, high command, high command. Well, okay, there's an argument to be made there. 6 war and 2 charisma. Intimidate and intimidate. Forced relocation and pillage are cards I don't really play. Operational command. Those ones do have a little bit of use for me. I think we're gonna shuffle. All right. We have 27 points. That should be enough. So Winston, call. We'd like to relieve you, and we will give you a other job. I don't think that job is better. Okay, so Watson is going to be put in as our staff council guy. You're going to do great there.
Yes, sir.
You will. Okay, discover order of battle. We'll put that at like 10. Operationalize, I want that pretty dang high. Occupation and governance. I don't use a lot of these. Let's put them at like 5 for now. We'll probably come back and lower that. Postures I do need. Customized formations. I do actually want some. We didn't do a very good job of that last time. Postures at 5 then? I need some postures, so let's do 50. Well, that seems a little high. Probably going to lower that later, but let's start at 10. Okay, CEO has an emergency. Help the corporation. Spend some PP. Yeah, let's keep our relationship nice and high with them. We're at 100. Training opportunity. 2 commandos or a veteran sergeant. We'll take 2 commandos because that gives us 2 people to die. Try to keep them alive a little longer. Okay, we're gonna have a kind of a weak turn here while we get our new guy put into position, but that's okay. It's been pretty quiet on the front, he says nervously. I'm pretty excited about this new high command guy. A cap 5 is amazing. Again, even in Supreme Council, he's probably wasted, in all honesty. But for the roles I need, and him being specialized in high command, you don't get much better than that, right? He's going to affect every role we make in our military, so I think that's a great investment. Now watch, he'll die in like 2 turns. Or he'll retire. Just getting that golden parachute before he retires. Okay, national budget. We do need to fiddle with this. So, Economic Council. Let's try to maintain 25s up here, and then model design. We're probably not going to be able to afford this. Like 20. Staff Council. We'll see. Foreign Affairs. I'm not really using any foreign affair things, so we're going to lower that. Interior's pretty strong at the moment. Probably want a few more points here. Okay, let's knock 5 and 5. We'll try this and see if our PP's okay.
Wilco.
Pretty big shifts there. And let's get our leader in. So, new director for Supreme Council is going to be Astro.
Yes, sir.
Do me proud, Astro. Okay, the Young Turks have a clever idea. Plucky young talent who think employees should earn less. However, they want to use the savings for a rather complicated, albeit interesting project. So if we say yes, we get 9 on our commerce, but it's going to really piss some people off. We could also say no and really piss some people off. Or we could kind of piss some people off and spend a little bit of money. We'll kind of piss some people off. Ouch. Not the best event there. All right, and you guys... ironically enough, they basically are going to arrive at the same time. Okay, you can't see. Okay, they're not in here. That's what I need to know. Okay, we're having issues getting full supplies down here. Hopefully by moving one closer, that'll help. Maybe, maybe not. All right, I'm gonna chance that. Cool. Yeah, help over here. Ditto. Man, I'm now considering those defensive positions for where I'm going to build this town. Now, either way, we don't need to do it at this second. Okay, 37 points. We're looking okay here. How's town doing? Are we chilling? We didn't quite finish the barracks, which makes me sad. Fear is going to go down slowly over time, so there's not much I can do about that other than trying not to get more. And we are almost out of the danger. Oh, that's going to be so nice. Okay, with that being said... Okay, defense, yes. These are going to go to the... Orange is the 4th. Yes. And if we get another one, then we will do it to the 1st. Okay, we can efficiency drive. Recruit, impossible. Let's do another cabinet retreat. We got some new people around. Critical success. Okay, cool. And run it. We're finally maybe starting to tick over a little bit. As long as we don't get rear-ended here by somebody invading over here. And the way that we will prevent that being a problem is we're going to need to defend this super hard, but we need a second road that connects this way. So we have 2 ways that supplies can get to us. I wonder, it's nigh impossible to move your SHQ. I wish we could, though. I would really like to move my capital. As mentioned, these coastal ones are just too dangerous. Suffered no losses, made no kills. Our efficiency, fluid defense. Okay, so artillery and infantry get 40% on defense. Mechanized forces get minus 30% on defense, but 30% on attack. So, not really units that I use a lot of. like, I guess that would be maybe if I had APCs towing artillery. That's what that would be the best for. Which we are not going to be doing anytime soon. Oh, we got those machine guns. Shoot. Okay, wants to organize a party. We could get some mind. Let's be a little greedy here and take the mind.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna make some people mad. Foreign affairs, no changes. They want to buy some IP. Yep, we are floating a lot of it. Yes. I should have looked to see who that was before I sold it to them, but that's okay. Your money is good here. All right, we should see the barracks being done. I think I just need to chill here, in all honesty. It really annoys me not to be building something. I mean, maybe that's down to 6.17. Like, maybe we could do another salvage thing, but I just don't have the workers. We're not staffing things, so continuing to build more jobs that I can't staff doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's get rid of you guys. Being a little cavalier here, but I'm pretty certain the only thing here who could be dangerous are those other tanks. And I don't know where they went. We're kind of at the edge of what we can do. And I probably should not be too gung-ho until these arrive. Okay. Well, it's feeling good at least. We need, what, 1, 2, 3 more turns until I can make another unit if we have no losses. I think we're just going to chill on that. All right, we did piss some people off that were military people, so we'll do a war game. You know, play a little Warhammer, get everyone in a little better mood. And that will be our turn and the end of the episode as it processes here. So just like I've been saying, I'm learning a ton from this one, actually. I didn't actually think I was going to learn too much outside of the Oceania stuff, but I've actually had a couple great comments and a few insight strikes. So hopefully we're compounding those 1% improvements here. If you've been enjoying it, don't forget to leave a like on the video. If you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. I'd love to see you in the comments or on a live chat. And if you want to go above and beyond, you can always leave a super thanks. Join me live for a super chat. Check out the Patreon, linked in the channel info, or become a member here on YouTube. Either way, keep those comments flowing. A couple names for units would be appreciated. I generally do like things that are more thematic than just funny puns and whatnot, although I am partial to a pun here and there. So let me know if you come up with anything decent. We'll spoiler our way in here. Ooh, motorbikes. That may actually be interesting for us. And somebody's auctioning. Yeah, nothing that affects us. So I will save here and we will start with this on the next one. All right, builders, get out there, work on your tank, and fight a sea monster. I'll catch you in the next one.